All right, welcome into Prize Picks on 5, Thursday edition. I'm Ethan Skolnick. You can follow me at Ethan J. Skolnick and 5 Reasons Sports. Right above me, we got David Friedman. You can follow him at Taco Bout Sports. And right above him, we got David Eversole. You can follow at David W. Eversole. Also catch Mr. Eversole's show with Alfredo later today, or if you're watching this tonight, it'll be on the channel already, Dolphins on 5, and there'll be more Prize Picks action there. Thing we always tell you, use our code. The code is 5, F-I-V-E. There's two reasons for this. One, you get your initial deposit matched up to $100, which is pretty cool. They're giving you free money. You don't have to put down $100 if you don't want to, but we recommend it if you want to increase how much you're going to actually bring in. But also it helps us continue to provide content for you. So make sure you're using that code 5, F-I-V-E. Get your initial deposit matched up to $100. All right, let's get to it. We got a really good Thursday night game tonight in what is arguably the best division in football, the AFC West. These look like they may be the two best teams. We'll see, depending on what the Broncos decide to do at the end of games in the future and whether the Raiders get their act together. But we've got the Chargers and Justin Herbert. We've got Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's Thursday night on Amazon. So lots of good stuff here on the board. And we'll go to you first, Freeman. Let's go first to the Chiefs picks tonight. And then we'll come back around and we'll do the Chargers picks. What do you like on the Chiefs side?
Yeah, as he's pulling it up here, I think it might have bumped up. I took Jerick McKinnon over, 15.5. Does that say 16.5 right there?
He's at 15.5.
Oh, he's still at 15.5. Yeah, so look, McKinnon's hitting that number pretty well over that number for 5 out of 6 there. Going back to last season, he's been that guy that comes in that can dump the ball off to him. And the way that offense has been running, they have a lot of options. They can't just zone in on him, on third down or whatever the case is. So I almost went receptions. He's at 2 receptions, so you only need a third. But I just decided to go yards on that one.
David, what do you like?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Kansas City backfield. I know they have a lot of options back there, but Clyde Edwards-Helaire in limited touches actually was very productive last week with 2 touchdowns and kind of a blowout game. This is going to be a real competitive game. I feel like these teams are pretty evenly matched. Last year they split the 2 games and each team won by only 6 points. So I think it's going to be a good, competitive, high-scoring game. So that being said, Edwards-Helaire over half. He could get either receiving or rushing. So that's the great thing about this particular prop is he actually had 2 receiving touchdowns in the last game. I think he gets more of the goal line work and at least punches one in tonight. So I'm going to take CEH over 0.5 receiving, rushing touchdowns.
All right, well, I don't have the option of a rushing touchdown for Travis Kelce, but I do have the option of a receiving touchdown. I'm going to go over half a receiving touchdown. I just think that they get one near the goal line. Today, I do think there's going to be some scoring in this game between these two teams. I know the Chargers defense is good, but I do expect the Chiefs to move the ball. We know that Mahomes counts on Kelce, not just in the middle of the field, but also down by the goal line. And I just think he's going to be so important for them this year. Where obviously they don't have Tyreek, maybe to break the big play for them. But I can see a 6-yard touchdown pass to Travis Kelce tonight. I'm going to go with him. He also tends to, if you look at his stats historically. He tends to play really well in these spotlight games. So I'm going to assume that Kelce's going to get a touchdown tonight. On the Chargers side, I'm going to go with the running back. I can never pronounce his name correctly. Aaron Ekeler. I'm going to go with him over, I believe it's 37.5 receiving yards. I just think Herbert's going to throw the ball a lot. I know I looked at it. It's funny you put that up because I know he's been under 4 of the last 5 times. I just expect him to get some dump offs. I think that he'll get somewhere in the 40s range. So I'm going to go over 30. I think it was 37.5 receiving yards. I was a little more comfortable with that than the rushing total because again, I just think this is going to be a shootout, and I think he's going to get some of those catches late. Go to you again, Freeman. What do you like on the Chargers side?
Well, the thing with Eckler too, no Keenan Allen, I could see some extra balls going his way easily. And actually, I kind of went in that direction too. I went with DeAndre Carter over 2.5 receptions. I think he pulled in 3 or 4 last game, but he's going to be their number 3 receiver with no Keenan Allen out there. And look, my other pick was Herbert over fantasy points. I feel like these games, I always expect the team to come in against the Chiefs and run the ball and try and play that way against them. It doesn't happen with these teams. They score points. They're going to put up points tonight. I mean, defenses are improved and everything, but they're going to score points tonight. So I think he goes over that 3, 4, 5 catches tonight.
What do you think, David?
Well, you mentioned Keenan Allen obviously being out, so you figure the second, third receivers with Josh Palmer getting the work as well. But I'm going to go to who's going to be wide receiver one tonight, and that's Mike Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big target for them anyway, even with Keenan Allen. He's their number 2 receiver. In 2 games versus Kansas City last year, he had 9 targets in each game. So 5 receptions seemed really low for me for him being the clear wide receiver one. I was just a little uncertain about guys like Palmer and where they would fit into the game plan overall. I do agree with you, Ethan, that Eckler will get a lot of work, but I think Mike Williams over 5 receptions seems like a pretty good pick for me tonight.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Again, these defenses are improved, but I think the offenses are going to overwhelm tonight anyway. All right, so go to PrizePicks. Use the code 5, FIVE, get your initial deposit matched up to $100. I do want to tell you we're going to have another show coming up on Friday. We'll get you ready for Dolphins-Ravens. The 2 number is interesting. I'm leaning towards the under, but we'll have a conversation about that. I know last week, David, you and I went on about Tua and Mac Jones. I think Tua went over pretty easily, right? Mac went under, correct?
Yeah, Tua was at 2. He went over 270 or 245. Yeah, Tua was only like at 220.
He was at like 225, something like that. It was weird. He figured out how to get that Tyreek guy the ball somehow. I don't know.
Well, the easiest play on PrizePicks I've ever seen was Tyreek at 65.5 yards last week. That was, honestly, I paired that with the Brady free square and just tripled my money automatically. That's what you can do on PrizePicks. So we'll tell you about the free squares as they come up, going up till Sunday. But check out David Friedman's picks at Talk About Sports. David Eversole, David W. Eversole. Again, catch Dolphins on 5. Also, if you're a gambling person, catch the Better Edge show. That one, Setting the Edge with Sean Rochester and Tony Schwartz later tonight on the YouTube channel. Have a good day, everybody. Enjoy the game.